I don't want to fuck a furry. No, thank you. Oh, here he is.
Yeah, you missed the Kenshi with firing you.
Oh, awesome. Finally, thank you.
Wow, to give
Kenshi,
up
get
that
your
easy?
ass back in there.
He gave up that easy. Imagine what his clients are like.
All right, I don't think a lot of people are still going to show up. I've been made aware of people that can't make today, so there will be notes given out. Additionally, I am contemplating doing a secondary meeting in an earlier time zone for some of those that couldn't be here today because of timing. So, but that would be over the weekend. All right, ladies and gents, thank you for coming through. Look, I'm not going to stand here and do a corporate speech on the future of DOJ and all that shit. We are addressing the future of the DOJ, but I don't do corporate talk. I can't do corporate talk. It's not part of my vocabulary to do corporate talk.
Come on, synergize, man.
Look, I genuinely believe in this DOJ as it was at one point. But currently there are a lot of issues to address within the DOJ. We have good people in this room. Some people that aren't here present today. But we have a lot of problems. Let's just be blunt about it. Let's be honest about it. Communication is a big problem. Activity, people that aren't active. Direction. No direction was properly given. People stepping on each other's toes constantly. And the big one for me, way too much fucking gossip and drama intermingling with people being able to do their job. That ends here. Understand, we are a team. The DOJ is a team. Whether you like the person next to you or not is irrelevant, because ultimately we have to work together. I don't want people talking behind each other's back. I don't want little groups, cliques forming, people taking sides, or some bullshit rumor making its way through the entire department before anyone has actually bothered to ask what happened. Because let's be honest, that is what happens 90% of the time. And that's what forces things to go the way they go. People spread rumors, people talk amongst each other, and no one actually has the balls to come up and address the person that they are speaking about. If you have an issue, bring it up. If you have a problem with someone, talk to them. If you can't resolve it, bring it to us. But for the love of God, stop speaking amongst each other and spreading stupid shit, ultimately ending with infighting between each other. That brings up... Wait, I'm going off track. I would rather someone come to me and bring a legitimate concern to myself 10 times in a day than sit on it because they think they're not going to get an answer or they're going to be ignored. But I understand something. Being approachable about this, when I'm saying come to me 10 times a day with an issue, that's fine. It doesn't mean I'm going to tolerate bullshit. I'll listen to you. I'll hear you out. But understand, I'll give you a fair opportunity to explain. But if you're fucking up, or it's just petty shit, I'm going to tell you exactly that. I'm not going to hold back on that anymore. I'm sick of it. Because holding back is what causes a lot of the problems. I'll bring up a perfect example. A couple weeks back when all the mayor shit kicked off. And he put in that executive order. The first thing I did when I found out about it, I appointed Luna as a deputy chief, not to gain power, not to give her power, it was none of that. It was simply to give her the opportunity to injunct that stupid executive order, ultimately knowing it would put both of us out of power. It wasn't to gain power. We spoke about it an hour before an hour prior to it happening, to try and find a resolution. And we did. That's what we came up with. But the narrative being spread is that she was stepping on people's toes. That's not what happened. But again, people were spreading shit and not just coming to me to ask me what the fuck happened. Why'd I do it? Why'd I make the decision? It leads to unwanted animosity in the DOJ. And I'm sick of it. Alright, this brings me to structure in the DOJ. Let's clearly outline it. I will also be pushing for an amendment to the Constitution to outline it there for not only you here in this room, but every citizen in the state. To the PD, to the civilians, to the EMS, because I believe in full transparency. So I'm going to be pushing it soon. It's going to go up. But I'm going to make it clear to everyone here today. Chief Justice, myself, I'm responsible for the overall direction and operations of the DOJ. I set the standards. I make a lot of the decisions. I oversee the judiciary. I deal with serious internal matters and ultimately answer for the state of this department. So whenever it looks like shit, I'm the one that has to answer for it. I'm not here to make every decision for you. I'm not here to watch over your shoulder for everything you do and tell you how to do your job every 5 minutes. I don't micromanage. I hate being micromanaged, and I'm not going to micromanage you. My ultimate job...
Open up. Oh, it's unlocked. Oh, sorry.
Howdy, Haywood.
How's it going? We thought we would join in on this.
No, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
You're late. I'm just barring you.
Again, I'm not here to micromanage you.
Parties, nerd.
Hi, Larry.
It's been something I've hated, is being micromanaged, and I'm sure a lot of people have felt the same. If not, that's on you.
No.
My job is simply to make sure we have the right people in the right positions, the right structure, and that this department is moving in the right direction. Next up will be the Deputy Chief Justice. Currently, that is Coyote and Eric Pike Hunter. Their job is very simple. They'll be assisting me in overseeing the day-to-day of the DOJ, handling internal matters, supporting the judiciary, dealing with issues that need escalation, and stepping in when I'm unavailable. If you can't get a hold of me, Eric and Coyote are the next people you go to. And I expect that their decisions and authority will be respected the same way mine are. Next, head of bar. The current sitting head of bar will be Mitch Samberg.
I'm accepting applications if anybody wants to be it.
Mitch will be responsible for the bar and the lawyers operating within it. If you're a lawyer and you have an issue with the bar, or you need guidance, have active concerns regarding other lawyers, judges, or have something that needs to be escalated on the legal side, Mitch is your first point of contact. You'll also be looking at getting more people into the bar soon. And that is, outside of that, we still have a head of DOJ, which is still Hank. He still oversees all of us. To put it briefly and bluntly, he oversees every single one of us. If I fuck up, I'm gone. Same with the head of bar, same with the Deputy Chief Justice. There's accountability across the board, and I want everyone to understand that there is someone for you to go to, and to know where to go to when you have a problem. Alright, now I've already said I'm not micromanaging shit. If you have a position in the DOJ, I expect you to know how to do it. If you're unsure, I've just told you where to go to make sure what you need to do. Very soon, I'm gonna, with the rest of the deputy chiefs and with Mitch, I'm gonna be going through every single person in the DOJ. I'm gonna be looking at how you've been doing, where you've been, activity-wise, reliability. Do you need help with something? That is a process that I'm initiating very soon. The point of this is not to micromanage, it is to find out where people belong. Some people are going to stay exactly where they are because they're doing a great job. Some people might be moved around. Some might get more responsibility, some might get less. And some people are going to get opportunities they've never been given prior. I don't care who your friends are. I don't care how long you've been in the DOJ. I don't care how popular you are. Do your job well, and you'll have my support. Don't, and we'll have a conversation about it. Now, there's one thing I want to address very carefully, because I don't want this to be misunderstood. The clowns. This is not a witch hunt. I'll make that abundantly clear. I'm not interested in who wears a red nose. I'm not interested in what group you associate with outside of the DOJ. And I'm certainly not going to remove someone from the DOJ simply because you're a clown. That would be fucking stupid. The problem I'm addressing is the perception of the DOJ itself. There have been many clowns in DOJ positions that, whether anyone intended for it or not, the DOJ has become associated with them. The problem is someone comes to the DOJ currently, and instead of thinking I'm dealing with the Department of Justice, the perception is I'm dealing with the clowns. That needs to end. And I'm not asking the clowns to disappear. I'm asking everyone in this department to understand that the Department of Justice position represents the DOJ first. That applies to the clowns, it applies to anyone in the DOJ, it applies to me in whatever I do. Again, no one's going to get punished for who they associate with. We judge people on...
like that?
Yes, I will.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna pussyfoot around it. If you're gonna like 100% single out the clowns for their appearance, despite the fact that they have routinely held this shit down through and through, will there also be standards and expectations set for professional and personal intermingling between departments, creating massive webs of confliction and bias, as well as addressing the rampant pocket holding that has been going throughout the DOJ friend circles? Or are we skipping over that part?
I second that.
That as I've partly addressed it. I'm not dealing with cliques or groups or friend groups or rumors. That is what I meant with that whole part, right? The whole pocket holding, the whole intermingling. That needs to stop.
Is activity going to be retroactive as well?
Yes, I'm going to be looking at inactivity. If you do not have approved LOA or that let anyone know why you are not present, then yes, it's going to be addressed.
Chief Justice, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you have a girlfriend?
That's a little bit personal,
Why
Haywood.
is that relevant?
Objection.
What the hell?
No, I don't. No, I don't, Haywood.
Perfect.
Right, even if he did, though,
Yeah,
why
it's
is that
already-
relevant?
It's already relevant.
Haywood, we're gonna have to break up as well. We're not allowed to pocket hold you and me anymore.
Alright, I'm gonna finish up and then I'll get to questioning, right? Because a part of this is gonna be addressing a lot of the sore points from you guys as well. I'm almost done. Look, I'm not trying to make this a place, a boring government office, to put it bluntly, where nobody is allowed to have fun. You can be yourself. You can have your jokes. I'm trying to have people enjoy being here. But when you are acting in an official capacity in the DOJ, understand that that position carries what that position carries with it. Because there are people outside this room who rely on us to be competent in what we do. So please, for the love of God, understand that separating yourself when you are acting in an official capacity is very important.
Question: who are you currently actually addressing with this without even naming their name?
I'm addressing the whole department. No one specific. I'm addressing the whole department. Look, I want people to come to me when something's wrong. But I also want people to understand that once we make a decision, we stand behind it. And we move forward. You don't have to like everyone in this room. You don't have to agree with me. But if you do have to work with the people here today. And if you're willing to put the work in, I'll back you up no matter what. But I'll make this very clear. If you're here to cause drama, if you're here to undermine people, if you're here to sit around and do fuck all, or use the DOJ for your own bullshit, I will remove you. Simple. Clear. I don't expect anyone to be perfect. I'm begging people to actually give a fuck.
Clarity question.
Yes.
Are you particularly speaking to like the folks who are like part of the DOJ hierarchy, or are you referring to like private attorneys as well? Because I like 3 out of those 4 things are my favorite things to do.
Alright. That's all the notes I have. The last bit I want to address is your
Is
concerns.
there an answer to that? Sorry, tell me if you answered that and hear you.
Oh, no, Ray, you're a little shitter.
No, I just want to be. Hey, details matter, and I just want to understand where the Chief Justice stands on, defense attorneys being defense attorneys, and we don't all just fall under the same kumbaya thing,
No, a defense attorney can be a defense attorney. That's fine. I said it throughout. I expect you in your capacity to do your job. If you don't understand what that is in its entirety, speak to us. Simple as that. Now, on to the next section. That is questions from you guys.
Baby, you
Pain
can't
points,
do that no more.
concerns.
No, you can't do that in the DOJ no more. He just said you missed it because you weren't fucking here.
Yeah.
You can't do that no
Gotta
more.
be robots.
She is my clown wife, so I will sit where I want to sit.
You take it up with the chief.
You
I'm
Stand
tired-
on business,
Chief
Davies.
Justice.
Stand on business.
Hey, get him.
Clown wife is allowed.
Alright. Pain points. Anyone that has a concern that you want me to note down to try and address?
I do.
Yeah.
Alright, one by one.
Go on, Tom.
No, you go first. Ladies first, please.
Well, we talked a bunch about, judges and lawyers. I want to ask some questions about clerks. And say some concerns. My first concern is I don't feel like there's enough training for the new hires. I kind of figured out along the way, but I think we need I don't know if Band-Aid is still a head clerk, but we need to get hired, and as soon as we get hired, we need to get trained, and the training needs to be consistent. That's one of my concerns. I have not seen this, but this is my concern, because I don't want this. Kind of is like a precaution. I don't want clerks to be treated as errand boys and girls. We actually are, I think, hold a major part in DOJ, and it needs to be smooth all around, and not errand boys and girls. My question is, I would like to know the tone in terms of how strict we need to be when it comes to accepting and denying filings, because I was told, this section where everyone can edit. If someone puts the filing there, we need to reject immediately. I was taught that immediately, like from the get-go, and when I did that, it was wrong. So these things are very not everyone is on the same page. We all need to be on the same page with these things, because you look a fool when you do that when it's wrong.
Alright.
Yeah. Also, yeah. But what's the deal with the head clerk thing? Or Band-Aid is coming back.
Alright, I'm going to be addressing the head clerk thing within the next day or two. In regards to strictness on the filings on the docket, that's also going to be done. I'm going to make it abundantly clear on how strict you need to be. when you can allow things and when you need to understand that getting too lost into the source of it sometimes is a bit much. But a clear path is going to be given to the clerks.
Thank you.
Next.
I have one, but it's more for Mitch than you, Mr. Chief Justice.
Mitch,
what's your,
coming up.
Mitch, coming up. Come on up, Mitch. What's your plans going to be for the bar, and how's it going to excite people to come actually back because we're losing people?
I haven't got there yet. I just got this thrown on my lap 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But if anybody has ideas, you know, reach out. I'm all open.
Yeah, you are.
Can we
Just
just
not for
bar
new clients currently.
Kenshi right now?
Only if he's a
You're
furry.
doing me a favor.
Yeah. Thank you, Mitch.
I have a
All right.
question.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, you know what? The rumor mill is getting a little bit crazy. What did you talk about with Band-Aid that made him so fucking upset?
Basically, what I said today in the corners, that the public perception about the clowns, I specifically spoke about how the perception to the public was that the DOJ was being run by clowns and that it lowered the public opinion of the DOJ. Now, understand that not everyone in the public knows how much effort they put in, but he took it in a way that I was telling him that because he is a clown, he cannot be a head clerk, which is not what I said to him. But before I could clarify, he left the room at the time.
That's very Band-Aid.
Hey, Talon,
Yes.
I believe there's a miscommunication. When people said they believed that the DOJ was a bunch of clowns, they were not actually speaking about the actual clowns. You might want to clarify your sources on that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't. Look, right, they weren't speaking about the being clowns, they were speaking about the actual clowns.
Are they calling the DOJ a bunch of
That's
clowns
not
itself?
in evidence.
Yeah.
Are the clowns in the room with us right now?
I'm a clown.
Hi, what's up?
No, the ones that
What
are
up?
the problem clowns, not the actual clowns that are decent.
Yeah,
people.
hi, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, how's it going?
Big problems here.
I have a question.
All right, go ahead.
Or more of a pain point, really.
Yes.
As a criminal defense attorney, my job, and this goes back to the whole errand boy, errand girls thing. My job, obviously, is to defend my client to the best of my ability. That includes, obviously, notifying the LSPD or Rangers when we put a motion on the docket or an appeal of charges. It is frustrating for me while I'm spending my time to put together the best defense that I can, to also be hand-holding specific officers to find out which officer needs to be present or which team needs to be present for who needs to be present for their trial, right? I'm doing that for my client. I'm doing that to see which witnesses need to be there, what evidence needs to be in the report. I shouldn't have to do that for the LSPD or the Rangers as well. There needs to be a system where I can notify someone from the command or someone that I notify and use that as service, and then it's up to them to find out who it is that needs to be there. In my
Just
opinion.
send that to Haywood. Haywood can take care of it.
As long as we have that together, so I don't get, or me and my client don't get penalized out in the future.
Sorry, can I just say something on this? Why are
Go
you
ahead.
not going to the command or sergeant? Like, if you
I
can't
did.
get hold of the exact officer,
Yep.
then just put on your docket, text them afterwards, and put on the docket, we have notified the command of the PD.
So-
If they don't show up at that point, that's their problem.
So I did that, and I've been getting penalized for that actively, because I didn't find the right officer who should have been there and put them the right officer.
Well, you're suing the
who
PD,
served
so
them.
yeah, that's up to Talon on to fix that.
At the moment, no, because the PD don't have qualified immunity. So you actually have to sue the specific officers.
In this specific case, it was about a warrant and who issued the warrant, and versus the officer that.
All right.
It was that one, but there was others as well.
served it.
Okay,
There was-
Others
yeah.
as well.
I'm actively going to work with the PD to set up a clear avenue for you as lawyers that when you have filings going against the PD or any sort of docket, filing involving the police department, that you know who you can speak to or send it to, other than simply
Convenient,
just
they
the officer.
left.
But yes, Kenshi, I see that as a problem. I've seen many cases where the PD have not shown up, and then 5 minutes later they show up and then are very upset, and ultimately it ends badly. I'm gonna set up a clear avenue for you as lawyers to be able to make sure you give proper service and that no complaint about service can be had in the future.
Perfect. Thank you.
Since when do they not have QI? I'm so confused about that.
They don't have what?
Qualified immunity.
It's been a well, that's what I've been
I
told
don't think it's been a
multiple
thing.
times.
It was Hank and Mercy that said it. I don't know if it's written down anywhere.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Wait,
Where are
police-
Hank and
Hold on.
Mercy?
Police
Alright.
don't have QI?
No, they don't.
Apparently what we were
According
hearing.
to what I was told from Hank and Mercy, they do not have
Do
qualified
they
immunity,
know?
no.
I don't
Yeah,
think
do
they
they
know.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if they
They
know.
might
That's
find
why.
It's
Alright.
funny
I've been
because I've always been
suing-
told I don't have IQ.
Uh-huh.
No? Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
I'm about to.
I can clarify on this. Back when I brought it up, it was said that the police do have QI, but only in specific instances where you'd need to differentiate between was it a departmental issue or an officer issue, right? It depended wholly on the situation you were in. It wasn't as simple as saying, yes, they have QI, or no, they had QI, did not have. It was based on the situation, and if it was that specific officer because they were doing something fucking stupid, wholly against their SOP, or if they did something per their SOP and that led to the violation.
Isn't that 99% of the police force though doing fucking something
Yeah.
stupid?
I've always been under the impression that the department could drop the QI, not us.
Yeah, that's what I was under the impression of as well. But when I
Exactly.
I think it was the first time I sued an officer in like a civil case, I was told they do not have QI, and I had to sue the specific officer, not the department.
Alright, so what I'll do, by end of tomorrow, I'll make it perfectly clear. You stupid fuck.
I didn't notice I was thirsty. Sorry.
Apparently it's blind, so you probably
Anyway.
don't even know.
Oh, I wanted to execute him. Fuck.
Temptation was strong. Temptation was strong. I was really debating that myself,
Be careful
Compton.
helping people. You do not want people to get the perception that the DOJ is also trying to encroach on EMS. Be very careful of how people perceive the DOJ now.
Thank you.
Okay, despite the jokes, I think it's actually incredibly important right now that we actually go back to the clown section for one reason. You say you want to see more professionalism overall, making sure that we represent the DOJ. How does this apply to the clowns in the room? Because this is how we dress. Like,
I understand
do you want
that.
us to be like in full suits? Like, what's the dealio? I hate to have this spelled out, but we're not always the brightest bunch, and it is important it gets spelled out for us.
If we take the clowns out of the DOJ, can we also get rid of the goths as well, and we just go for like eggshell beige?
Whoa.
Too fucking
Alright,
So
alright.
you take one group out, but not the other.
No,
Whoa.
no.
No, I don't
I'm not removing a group from the DOJ. What I asked,
Yeah, I'm just asking
Yes.
what defines professionalism, especially from the clowns, because since the complaint has been against the professionalism there, we need to know
Yes.
what qualifies as professional for a DOJ setting. So we are adhering to that.
all right. So, what I ask is that you act appropriately and you dress appropriately as someone that works with the DOJ. Right? An example, the other day with Mr. Thomas's case, I had 5 people up there dressed ridiculously. And there were a lot of people that went in there and went, why the fuck is the DOJ just a bunch of clowns? In the literal sense, not as Mr. Ray Lee likes to infer, the figurative sense. That's what I mean.
Clowns held this shit down.
They did. I agree
They
with
did
Ray on
held
that
it
one.
down so hard.
I'm not saying they didn't. I respect the effort that every one of them put in. but it is to the point where we have to emphasize that we are a Department of Justice and not just some happy-go-lucky, fuck around every day department. We cannot afford that to be the perception anymore.
Okay, so one clerk in the clerk box. Got it.
Question. So with that, you know, you say that, but the PD, I was at a cell call yesterday, and PD are dressed a fool. They have turkey masks on, like throughout the whole cell call, multiple times throughout this past weeks. They've been dressed horribly, and you're saying that we have to dress a certain way, but
listen,
others can't.
I'm gonna agree with that sentiment, but we can only control ourselves. We can't control the PD.
Yeah, thank you for that, Brady. Look, ultimately, I don't control the PD. If they are treating a situation like a bunch of shitters and dressing like a bunch of idiots, report them to their command. That is about the most we can do. We can report. I cannot control them. I have no authority over the police department. None. None whatsoever.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question, Mr. Talon. Then, has at any point did any, like, you know, you're saying you're getting these complaints about, you know, the DOJ being a bunch of clowns and such. Did any of these individuals that they said that were acting like that, are they doing their job not to the standard that they should be?
Are you saying were the people that complained be people that are idiots?
Whoever the people they're accusing that they're, you know, like, are being a clown in clowns in DOJ, are they doing their job any less than a normal defense attorney or wherever their position is?
I think it's just more public perception. Like, I completely agree with you, but it's also public perception.
Yeah, look, I never said anyone or.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. How hard is it? Look. Okay, can she stop? How hard is it to understand that as a Department of Justice, we can't look like a bunch of fuckheads? How difficult is it to get it through your head that you are a lawyer, you are a judge, you are a clerk? That is the position you hold. Right? You have to act that way. You can't just be a dickhead. Get it through your head. Is it that difficult?
Wait. You saying that clowns are fuckheads and dressed like, huh?
I don't think he meant that.
It's not what he means like that.
I love you and all, but when you have the clowns in here, you got people running around like dommy mommies and daddies. You got people who look like they just rolled out of bed. You got people who look like they come from punk rock shows, sitting here trying to police what people wear. It should be the conduct and the behaviors of the person, what they wear. Like, public perception is important, yes, but at the same time, so is having functioning people who are happy to fucking be here.
And I'm just going to point.
Yeah.
I'm just going to point out, somebody in this room argued against judges wearing robes at the stand. Somebody policing clothing. And now somebody's trying to police what we wear. I disagree.
I don't think...
I'm with the drug dealer.
I think this comes out a little bit different than what he means, I think. I'm going to be devil's advocate. I don't think he's policing our outfits. I just think, like, it's... I don't know how to tell you guys this. Like, yeah, PD maybe is a fool with their outfits, but they have, like, uniforms. We don't have uniforms. And, like, professional outfit is a thing. You're a clown and you can dress professionally. I saw you guys do. I mean, look at Band-Aid. I think he looks professional to me. He is very good. It's not that clowns are, like, I don't think... I don't know if Vance thinks this, but what I understood is he's not trying to get, like, drain the identity out of clowns. I think what he's trying to do is, like, you know, being put together. I don't know if, like you said, you saw cops and they were like a fool. You know, they were dressed so weird and you didn't like it because that's your perception of them. They're like, oh, they're not being professional. See, you answered your own question. You didn't trust them because you don't think they look professional. I don't think he's like trying to say.
I'm letting them spiral.
Set up a private firm for defense lawyers. If you're a clown, you can dress whichever way the fuck you want, even that's your uniform. Job done.
It'd be called Once in a Blue Moon. That's how often he'll show up.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm not gonna be here for like the next 30 days or so, but at the same time, you guys can run it on your own. Just make sure I get paid.
Are there currently SOPs within the DOJ for like what is considered like appropriate attire while on duty? Does that exist?
How is that so hard though? Like,
all right,
how is
okay.
that so hard?
Wait,
Well,
Fleming.
because when you leave stuff open to interpretations, everyone will interpret it differently. If you have a clear, firm set expectation that people can base it off of, then you're able to move fairly through.
Bing, bing, bing.
I feel like this is so no problem. I think we are wasting our time talking about
No,
the clothes.
okay, no, that's enough. I'm not writing into SOP exactly what you wear. I'm asking you to act professional. That's it. It's not a difficult
Acting and dressing
ask.
is two different things, though. Acting and dressing is two different things. You say that we're acting full, but if we are doing our job to the best of our ability, we're doing it to the standard of a defense attorney or whatever position we are, then how we dress should not matter. If we're not acting as a good defense attorney, then at that point, we're not doing our best to the best of our ability, our position itself.
I think that argument's a bit disingenuous, though.
Yeah, agreed.
It is.
I think all of us here understand that we all practice law. Okay, we all have an understanding of what this is. To make the argument that how we look and how we present ourselves to the public doesn't also play a part in this is disingenuous. I think we all understand that.
Indeed.
Or we're new to this, profession. I and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Vance, but I don't think he's saying clowns cannot dress the way that they identify as. I think he's saying that we need to curate a better public perception. Comparing how we present ourselves with how PD presents themselves, we all know is also disingenuous. We understand PD act like I don't want to say clowns, my apologies. They act like fools. They act like idiots sometimes. There are great officers. There are officers we all just groan at the mere sight of them in front of us or on the docket, and we understand this. We all understand this. No one's saying you cannot have personality. No one's saying you can't dress a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Just be and you can be professional.
I think we should
and
hear from
still
Vance. I think Vance should answer this instead of a secondary person.
Then interrupting him.
All right.
Yeah, we're here to get interrupted,
All right.
I guess.
He hit the nail on the head. Maybe he's a bit better at wording than I am. It is very disingenuous when saying that. Look, I asked for the minimum of just being professional in your capacity as a member of the DOJ. When you are a lawyer, there are certain expectations that you act professional, because when you go out there, you represent the department. When you are a judge, when you are a clerk, that all applies. I ask for the minimum in which I expect you to look the part and represent this department. I don't want to get to the point where I have to SOP regulate the fuck out of everyone. It's stupid. I don't like it. I don't want to micromanage. I hate micromanagement. And again, I'll stand 10 toes down. Those fucking robes look horrible. Same with the wig. To this day.
Agreed.
I will never force any judge to wear it. That looks horrible.
I had to wear them to prove a point.
If you like wearing them, if you want to wear them, go ahead. But they look fucking horrible.
Thank you, Talon.
I'm gonna come up there real quick. I want you to tell me. I want you to judge my outfit. Do I look professional enough? Or do I need to work on it?
With you?
Ask him afterwards.
Yeah, with me.
Yeah, let's deal with that afterwards. I mean, I can address it. The only thing I would say is maybe tie the hair back. That's about it.
Okay. That can be done. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's all.
And just for clarity's sake, Talon, all potential public viewpoints of impropriety or unprofessionalism by the DOJ will be addressed and handled?
Correct. Any complaint comes straight to me, and I deal with it. Additionally, if the complaint's fucking stupid, I'm not going to entertain it. Alright. Any other pain points? Any other issues?
Yeah, why are the clowns being beat down when they were doing full professionalism this entire time with one instance of clownery?
Because it takes that one incident for everyone to go, well, it's being run by clowns. It's that one fuck up.
We have been run basically by a lot of clowns. And why do you use clowns as an insult right now?
You guys are putting words in his mouth at this point.
At this point in time, I'm
Yeah,
resigning
we're going-
not because of you, Talon, not because of you, but because of a fuckery that's going on in this fucking thing. Listen to what Talon's saying. You're all a bunch of fucking morons if you're not listening to the words that are coming out of his mouth. He's not saying clowns can't be clowns. He's saying have a fucking decorum within the courtroom. Fucking listen, learn, but at this time, I'm not going to be a part of this DOJ when you're all a bunch of fucking numpties. So I resign.
Tom.
LOA for a month, Mitch.
Alright. Anyone else? Anything else?
I got one thing, Talon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Tobias Starts. Most of you know that's Larry Douglas. The state attorney is Festus Bardeen. For the time being, he has anointed me to be his bitch. And by that, I mean that I am his assistant, taking up cases until he is back. He is on LOA very briefly to deal with some stuff out of state. If you have any complaints, concerns, quandaries, questions about the methodologies of the state attorney's office and CID, please see Sergeant Haywood Duke. If it's a bar complaint, obviously go through that chain. If at any point in time you think that I'm being a prick to you in the courtroom because I think you're being dumb, I apologize in advance. I'm not in the courtroom to make friends. I'm in the courtroom to do my case, and that is all I care about. When it comes to outside the courtroom, I'm probably going to be okay with everybody. Usually am.
Hi, I'm Larry. I took the makeup off as a bit. I'll have it back on tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
What
I wasn't
the
ordered to
fuck?
remove it.
Makeup comes off?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any questions for the SAO so that way I can pass along to Festus when he comes back? If not, then you can just get a hold of me at any point in time.
I got a question. It's more for the clerk's office, since they handle these expungements.
Where the fuck is Band-Aid, though?
With them, or as we have been both departments?
If you're struggling to get a hold of a command officer or any officer associated with a thing that needs to report on your court docket thing, you can come to us. We will pass it up correctly. That's all we can do is follow chain of command.
It's as clear of an answer as we needed, I think.
CID/SAO is hiring one clerk. Just saying. Thank
Alright, if no one else has anything to bring up, then we're done. If you wanna talk to me privately, separately, feel free. I'm available for the next couple minutes, couple hours if need be.
I have something to bring up. The buckle on your hat is off-centered, and fuck you.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Oh my god, Larry, why would you? Oh,
How could you, Larry?
Okay.
I can't see it.
Love you, Talon. I'm gonna leave
take
now.
that hat off now, Larry. You fucker.
Alright.
Huh? You call me?
So I don't like these things.
That was interesting.
There's not an LOA if you just don't show up.